Okay, so guys, remember last class? Morning. So, um, what did we talk about? Neighbors. What else? Hmm? Ah, okay. The structure. Yeah. For example, words like at least, at last, however, nevertheless, they are what? They are, um, I would say markers, but time markers, but discourse markers because they mark our discourse. We can also call them connectors because they connect our sentences, or linkers because they link the sentences, okay? So just to start, I want you to complete the blanks in here by choosing the correct, the appropriate discourse marker. So in the first here, I don't believe in ghosts. I haven't seen one, at least according to, although or meanwhile. Although, meanwhile, at least. Uh, I don't believe in ghosts, at least, pelo menos, okay? I haven't seen one. Same. Uh, Here, if the punctuation was different, in this case, these options doesn't fit. These options don't fit. Okay, according to, no. Although I'm not addressing an idea, I'm concluding a thought. And meanwhile, also. Okay.
And if he said he believed in ghosts?
Okay. I believe in ghosts. Meanwhile, I have seen one. Okay. So we need to change it to positive instead of negative sentence. The second, I think he should be forgiven. He's too young to understand the difference between right and wrong. Ouch. So, for example, as long as, after all, or I suppose.
As long as.
I suppose. Yeah? Is I suppose a discourse marker, guys? After all. Like, I think he should be forgiven. After all, he's too young to understand the difference between right and wrong. I suppose here would it be wrong if you said that, but I want you to complete using a discourse marker. I suppose it's not a discourse marker. Pegadinha. Three, the child didn't get any medical attention. She died soon after. By the way, likewise, I mean, or as a result. As a result, because he or she didn't get the correct medical attention, okay, she died soon after. It was the result, the consequence, okay? Problems with discourse markers. Yes, no, so. So we are going to have some extra exercises before the exam. Why? Because this is in your exam. So look at the picture and tell me Who are they? What are they doing? What can you tell me about them? They are working. They are discussing. It looks like a company. It's a meeting. Okay, so by their faces, okay, what do you suppose they are discussing about?
Salary.
Salary,
Yeah.
wages, okay, wages the same as salary. But do you mean aumento de salário?
Yeah. No.
No? Okay, because if it is salary raise, okay. Just remember the sun raise, the sun rise, the sun raise, and so on. So raise, the salary raise. Okay.
Names
Okay, all right.
was proposing that to make something absolute.
Maybe. Okay. Always. If it would be different, it wouldn't be a boss. So guys, the ones who work here, are you happy? Are you satisfied with your current position? Current, present. Yeah? I am happy with my position because it's something that I love doing. I'm not just that happy with my wage. I think that all teachers, not only me, should receive more, should be more well paid. Teachers, doctors, all important professions should be like balanced in relation to wages. The ones who said no, why you are not happy with your position? Okay, all right. Are you okay with your position?
I can't
Okay, all right. Do you have a boss or a leader? Remember the differences between a boss and a leader? So do you have a boss or a leader? She's the boss. I have a leader. I don't have bosses, I have leaders.
I barely have a boss.
Okay. Do you have any experiences as a trainee? Trainee is, for example, the person who is always screwing him or herself. It's the person who is not doesn't have the forgot the name of the document in English. The card like sign it like professionals do. But when you are young, for example, jovem trainee, okay, this kind of programs, you usually start as your first experience.
Maybe it's the person to blame.
Yeah, exactly. It's always the person to be blamed. And this person signs a contract, a temporary contract, in order to get some experience. Okay. So, have you ever worked as a trainee? I have.
When I was a kid, I had no son.
I used to have a salary which was low, and usually trainees, I didn't know in the past, but nowadays um, they have, besides the salary, which is not something really high, because they are only able to work up to 4 or 6 hours. It's like a part-time job. They don't work full time, like the whole day. They receive some extra help, like for example, besides the fees to go and to come back of the place or from the place. The ones who study, like they go to university or they are in the high school, they also receive some extra help to go to school or to go to university. Okay, so I started as a trainee when I came back from Rio at Geyza because I was my graduation was in process, was going on, and I started as a trainee, but my contract lasted only 3 months because I was hired. Okay? So I became a real employer.
I had to be training when I was young. when I was young, my university
Required.
required at least 3 months of working as trainee to get
The
the diploma.
diploma.
Now it's not necessary anymore
Yeah.
to graphic designers. But
Okay.
when I was young, it was. And the enterprises and
They got some advantage.
they got some advantage and hiring people with no salary. At least not any
The
money. Not because we needed the
Yeah, so you needed the experience. They needed some people without any cost.
with when the person was lucky, they were admitted in the university places that needed trainings. But I had not this lucky, and I had to
The best things used to be so unfair. They are not marvelous today, but they are getting better. Okay. All right. So the trainee, guys, are you able to recognize this guy? All right. So you are fired. Do you remember this reality show? No. So yeah. So they there was a kind of TV program, okay, in which they were supposed. It was weekly. They had some episodes weekly. For example, every Friday. I don't remember now exactly the day it was, but every time he needed a trainee or somebody to work at his company, he used it to go to this place, reunited some candidates, and they were tested. There were some meetings, they were tested, and at the end, the person who had won the vast majority of the tests, okay, had succeeded, would be hired. At the end of the episode, I mean weekly, the person who couldn't fulfill the expectations or couldn't complete any of the tests, the examinations, he ended the program saying, you are fired. Okay, so bye bye, you are not in the program, you are no longer in the competition.
You say this program was presented by
I'm afraid.
and people say it's because of this program he got the popularity to be president.
I believe it. I believe it. But I can you imagine him presenting anything? This guy is very
He
crazy.
was most uneducated than Robert Johnson.
I
I
can
remember to
imagine.
see the program.
I can imagine. So let's listen to an advertisement, okay? And what I want you to pay attention to. What kind of television program is the trainee? What will the winner, the person who succeeds, what will the winner get in the end of the competition? What will be the prize? Okay? So what kind of program is this? And what will the winner get in the end of the competition?
Unit 9. Listen to an advertisement and think about the new attraction on TV this week. The Trainee is a television reality show in which 16 contestants from around the country with various backgrounds will compete in an elimination style game to become an apprentice to a major communications entrepreneur, Robert Fair. The winning contestant will be given the opportunity of his or her life to work for Mr. Fair as the president of one of his companies for at least 1 year with an annual salary of $1 million. Starting next Tuesday, the program will be as challenging as it should be to find the best job in the world, so don't you miss it. Check it out. Who's gonna be the trainee?
One more time, or that's okay? Did you get the joke? Robert Fair.
Robert Fair.
Roberto Justo. Okay. Ai, ai.
Unit 9. Listen to an advertisement and think about the new attraction on TV this week. The Trainee is a television reality show in which 16 contestants from around the country with various backgrounds will compete in an elimination style game to become an apprentice to a major communications entrepreneur, Robert Fair. The winning contestant will be given the opportunity of his or her life to work for Mr. Fair as the president of one of his companies for at least 1 year with an annual salary of $1 million. Starting next Tuesday, the program will be as challenging as it should be to find the best job in the world, so don't you miss it. Check it out. Who's gonna be the trainee?
So what kind of TV program is this?
Yeah, sure.
It's a reality show. What will the winner get in the end of the competition?
Or
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So this person will get a job and will receive $1 million. Yeah, so then the winner will be the president of Mr. Fair's company for at least 1 year and will receive $1 million. Can you imagine receiving $1 million per month during a year? Jesus, I would retire at the end of this. Yeah, I would retire, guys, for sure.
half of this for 16 years.
Jesus Christ. I can't imagine what could I do with this marker. I can't even, yes, I can imagine. A lot of things to be done with that. Yesterday I posted something interesting. Things I'm looking forward to. Receiving things, getting vacations on Maldives, um, eating things without getting fat, and more patience. Patience is the last thing, but Maldives. Really low? Okay, so, alright. Okay, guys, so it's still regarding the program, the trainee. So,
The trainee is.
yeah, the trainee, guys, okay, is the person to blame, yes, she said. The person always is always screwed. It's always, for example, global.com. Who do you think that types the things that are published on the website? The trainee. Not always, but usually when there is a mistake, something really, oh, sorry, it was the trainee. Okay.
When Princess Charlotte was born,
Uh-huh.
the title was Princess Charlotte was born in the middle of the holiday. I can't contain my hate. The person typed this.
So, the intention of the advertisement. So, what do you think was the intention of this kind of program? Create entertainment. Mm. So, to hire some people to create entertainment, to help young people to get a job. The public, it is driven to the audience. For example, kids. No. Adults, teenagers, so probably graduated people from different areas, okay? People who are undergraduate, alright? The benefit the audience will have from buying such a program. When you buy an idea, you see and you believe. Exactly like in Portuguese. Let's imagine that Jorge says something. Come on, man, I know you are lying. I don't buy it. Okay, you didn't believe it. This is an expression.
I think it's what you need to be successful like
Mhm. So challenge themselves. People will get some kind of experience. They will be, aware around what they need to do, or what or who they need to become to work in a place. Okay, because usually when we are young and we want to do something, the first thing is I want to work because I need some money. So people don't have experience. Sometimes they don't know what is expected from them, what they are supposed to do. So when you start watching things like this, you start being aware. Oh, so to work in a company like that, I need to do that. I need to know how to speak English. I need to know how to calculate things, how to create spreadsheets in Excel, for example. So they start. Oh, so I need to have these skills. Okay, this kind of
in
tasks.
Brazil we have no not the interest on this type of program like in USA.
Uh-huh.
There is a program, food network, that has food football.
Mhm.
Them, teams
Mhm.
competing, and each of them receive a food truck with equipment to go to a place, a city, and sell what they do best.
Uh-huh.
Um, and in the end of any show, the equipe that sells glass is fired and have to take back the food truck. The price is the food truck and yeah, 1,000. I don't remember
Um, 100,000 dollars.
$100,000. This is the price of
Mhm.
the thing. Here in Brazil, we would not like this kind of.
Yeah, there is something here. I don't know if you've ever heard or watched it. Shark Tank Brazil. Shark Tank is a kind of program which is, it exists all around the world. There is the Brazil version, which are some kind of business people um, who have money and they want to invest in something new. So you need to go there. You have a kind of small business. So you want it to be sponsorship and developed it and broadcasted, spread all around the globe. So, but you don't have money to do so. You need to sell your ideas to show how it would be succeed, how it would be profitable for you and for them. And if they buy your idea, they invest it. They give you money to help you develop your business. Okay. But as she said, the audience is really low. People here don't have such a culture. We are not interested in things like this. People like I mean, gossip, things like Big Brother Brazil, and so on. Okay, so think about something. Okay, in group, think about something that you would like to do. For example, teacher, I would like to have a food truck to sell hot dogs. Okay, so for you to have any kind of business, you need to think about it. For this to succeed, you need to think about, to consider, to regard, to take into consideration four P's. Product, is your product good? Price, is the price fair? Place, where am I going to sell the most? And promotion. Okay? Promotion in two aspects. How am I going to promote this, like divulgate, broadcast? And how am I going to, for example, if I sell too much, can I get a promotion like, for example, a hot dog and Guaravita, R$ 10, I don't know. Okay? For example, near Vega de Almeida, around Vega de Almeida, there are many sellers who sell food stuff, things for them to eat, to drink. Why? It's a university. There are many people around, so it's a nice place to sell things. So there is a neighbor of my mother, and she has been working around here for years. I think I was a child when she has started, and she keeps working here. So every single day she has I forgot the name of it's not a minivan. I forgot the name of the car, but it's like a minivan. So she comes to here with some helpers. I think they are from no, it's not Towner. Thank you very much. She has a Towner.
I worked there.
She has a Towner, and she sells. Towner is a small car like that. Yeah, it's a small van. Yeah. Ah, okay, tá.
O sol estava nascendo, estava
Yeah, it's exactly like this. Okay, so she sells hot dogs. She sells small appetizers like snacks. Yeah, I forgot the name we call in here in Brazil. I forgot the name here in Brazil. Espetinhos. Yeah, no, this thing doesn't exist in there. So they will say
I
appetizer.
worked at the France.
Uh-huh.
Barbecue.
And it's nearby because it is Vega de Almeida, Cefet, and IBGE, so there are many.
There is a place near the station.
Uh-huh.
So every Friday, after the my hobby for yesterday, like, and it's the place there's a lot of these
Okay. So you now think about a product and how you would spread this idea. You would do what, you would serve what, how it would be the product, the price, how much would it cost, where would you sell, and would you get any promotion? Would any promotion be possible? Like this with Guaravita, I don't know, in case if it's good.
about my
Cousin.
my cousin's work. She has an online store that sells games.
Very popular nowadays.
Yeah. And also she doesn't have a place. Her place is online.
Uh-huh.
But she
Also feasible, no problem.
has one better one that I like. She does back.
Felipe.
Já preparado porque toda vez que alguém quer algo que já está feito,
It's
para
just
entregar.
ready.
Para
It's
entregar.
just ready. Oh, okay. All right, got it. There is no fee if if you what you ask is already done.
Yeah.
It's already prepared. Okay. Do you think it would be profitable? Would you give you some money? Mm-hmm. You don't need to facilities, for example. What are the facilities in case of this kind of business? Because you work online. You don't need to go to the places. So think about the facilities.
They range for place.
Mm-hmm.
Eating ice cream, watching
On the other hand, for a grandma, my uncle, she a man, so he does the living.
Nice.
So it's all a family thing.
It's all family thing. So no posters with, I mean, extra people. Okay. No posters with extra plates. And this kind of business used to be common already, used to exist. But after the pandemic, it really raised, it grew a lot because we wouldn't allow them to, we wouldn't allow ourselves, we wouldn't allow to ourselves to leave our houses. So everything we needed to do, we needed to ask to be delivered. So a lot of people who lost their jobs because of this and started working this way, they don't want to work it other way. I mean, ever.
And it's because of the things I food. It was considered the only unicorn enterprise of Latin America because the idea of it was Brazilian guy and it's developed and was copied by
Other countries.
yes.
Yeah. And other companies as well.
And it's the only unicorn and you call an enterprise a unicorn and you have a really new idea. For example, Uber was considered a unicorn. Start. Netflix is a unicorn. The only Brazilian unicorn was
Jesus Christ. I wish I could have such an idea like that. Jesus, it was fantastic. I loved it. Jesus Christ.
And you bootstrap it. So like the 5% for
The
the
profit.
guest house.
Uh-huh.
And you
You know? So, in case of their candies, what price for this product your group is advertising? Think of a price. A small portion of brigadeiros, for example, would be sold by don't know the price.
we're talking about
It depends on a lot of stuff. It depends on a lot of stuff. Size, portion. For example, the ingredients, like he said, for example, if people quality, if people prepare brigadeiros with todinho and any other condensed milk which is not Nestlé, Piracanjuba or so on.
and there's some condensed milk now that's not even condensed milk.
It's not, it's so liquid. A real brigadeiro should be done by using what? Chocolate, okay, melted chocolate, condensed milk, moça, okay. I only I only use when I'm doing stuff like that, like candies. I only use the only things I use Piracanjuba or Nestlé. Piracanjuba is really nice. Yeah, Italac is like medium to me. I prefer like to sell. Yes. Sorry. Uh-huh.
for an example.
Have you ever been to Extra?
For example, there is a product, Happy Cup. You know.
Uh-huh.
It's like 300 ml. It's like chocolate. What is it? Milk,
Uh-huh.
Nutella, and chocolate.
It's good.
Rapid chocolate.
Rapid chocolate. It's like 15 each.
Not
At
very
first, I
expensive.
saw that, oh, it's expensive.
It is not.
But when I eat, I got that like
Delicious.
1/3, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I got that just.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly that. I got fast just by hearing you. Nutella, blah, blah, blah. So, 5 kilos. Just by hearing.
Eu achei. Acho que eu não sei incorreto.
I didn't say 5, I said 5 kilos. No. These kilos I don't want to have by now.
You get fat without eat without get fat. I get fat even without eat.
But then, he said, for example, Nutella, blah, 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 15 reais. So think about a small portion of, I don't know, 12 little brigadeiros. How much would it be sold? 12 mini brigadeiros.
Nutella with
Agora.
leite. Isso depende de different products.
Simple brigadeiros, guys. Not
Not
comer.
aquele que vem da lata que só enrola assim.
No! Prepare it. This is
Você vê real?
Promotion. In this case, promotions would be suitable. For example, now you think twice before eating dogão da esquina.
Downtown. I saw a guy selling hot dogs. And I only had 5 reais. That was sad. It's expensive. And like, I don't have it. And you
So it is
know,
not expensive, so the quality.
yeah, I mean, it was free. And he said, like, no, pay me 5. And when you come back, you pay me 2. I didn't know that. Vou botar salsicha.
So look,
But
the
you don't
thing is, for example, I understand what he's saying, but 7 reais a hot dog.
No, sorry.
If it's, I mean, consider the size, the ingredients, and for example, if the sausage is perdigão or sadia, because there are feeling, I forgot the name of the brand, but it's something really bad. So the quality was not so good. So in case the sausage is not from, I mean, a famous brand, is yeah, but it depends on the place and depends on the, I mean, in some cases now there are many gourmet hot dogs. For example, there is a food truck near my house. I think it's on the other corner. It's like Campo São Cristóvão, and I forgot the name of the street, and Rua Bela. I live in General Cruz. Rua Bela, General Cruz. So here, Rua Bela, and here, it's not Senador something. I forgot the name of the street. So it's nearby. It's called the Hot Dog dos Amigos. They sell a lot of stuff. Simple ones and the gourmet ones. So, no, it's not called Tio Rotina. It's it's the street. It's in front of, right in front of, no, it's opposite to Feira de São Cristóvão, and by the side of Atagão Português. I forgot the name of that street. Senador Alencar, thank you very much. I know the place, but sometimes, no, most of the time, I forgot the name of the streets. I know how to get there, I give a lot of references, but I don't know sometimes the name of the streets. So it's really good. You can ask by iFood or WhatsApp. If you ask me through WhatsApp, of course, it's less expensive than iFood because in iFood they pay a tax to be delivered. But it's really delicious. A combo of, I don't know, a sandwich with the the beverage and a small portion of French fries, which is really delicious, costs around 30 reais, 40 in iFood. But it's really worth it. My husband says, of course, not always, not every day, but I don't mind to spend such a money like that if the food is delicious. The thing is, if you spend such a money like that and it's not good, and if it's horrible, so it's like, well, come on, okay?
I have an idea.
Say,
If you sell 20 vegan goods, like 20 vegan lights, and you can say 20, 20. I hear sometime that when you don't have to,
huh? Charge.
you don't have to have charges. You can take, for example, 10, and you don't need to.
To ask me for a charge, to receive
Yes,
a charge.
it's easy to sell.
I heard about that too. Usually, depending on the case, when I go to a place in Miami and I ask in cash to pay in cash, if the ride was like 1998 reais, 20. Okay, I never asked for 2 cents or have 2 cents back. Never. Okay? So it's easier. I usually do that. Me, my husband, depending on the place, it's not that bad. No, you don't need to give me the.
Sometimes I think that we shouldn't put a price on the work of others. Sometimes.
It depends, of course, but I've heard something nice as well. Usually, um, people are really, people feel really pity on paying, on spending money with something. They don't know how to do. For example, if I don't know how to cook, or if I don't know how to fix my computer, and I call somebody whose job is really nice, and the quality of the job is like excellent. But are you going to ask me um, to pay you, I don't know, 50 reais by something that you fixed it in 3 minutes? No. I'm going to ask 50 reais because of how many time I spent, okay, getting ready to solve your problem in 3 minutes. Okay? It's the same thing with teachers. When we offer private classes, okay, what do we need to do? I also take into account some kind of stuff. Am I going to the place? Am I going to spend the money? Do I need some fee? Nowadays, um, online classes are more common, much more common. So nowadays, I have 3 private students, and I don't need to go to their places. I have all we do all the classes online. So I don't need to spend money with some fee. So I can, depending on the quantity of the classes this person asks or needs or hires, um, we can set it onto something and I can get on a promotion to this person. Why? I take a lot of things into consideration. For example, some people say, well, so how much does it cost you 1 hour of classes? It depends on the purpose. Is it business? Is it advanced English? You are going to get ready. It's like a preparatory course. You want to get ready for some, I don't know, exam, specific exam, or so on. Why? I need to study and to prepare your class. And I will be doing this for you. I will be only with you in 1 hour. I could be doing any other stuff. So I spent, my mother spent a lot of money paying English courses for me. So teacher, but it's too expensive. No, I am prepared to do that. I have experience. So it's exactly like she said. Don't put on a price. There are cases and cases. So if the student hires, for example, a package of classes, it's one amount of money. The kind of money I ask for is one. If the person asks for sporadic classes, so today, teacher, can I have, it's not something, um, Jesus, I'm a little lazy today because of the medicine I've been taking. So I'm not that, especially in the morning, but today I'm a little lazy. Yeah, no, I was bitten by a mosquito on, no, I was bitten. Today it is beautiful. The day it happened, I'm going to show you the picture. My foot was like that. It was very swollen. This in here, this red part was like here. Okay. So I went, yeah, I went to the doctor, and she said to put on some cream and to have some kind of what is the name of the medicine? Loratadine. And there is an antibiotic, nimesulida. So I have been taking nimesulida and loratadine for 3 days. So that's why. Huh? It is. Yeah. Today it's beautiful. On Thursday, it was. I came to here and I thought it.
Sleep,
Yeah.
when I think,
Yeah, that's why I'm a little lazy.
when I had allergy, I was cannot see.
I use Emastel or
Não, quando você vai ficando mais velho, você
Emastel, Allegra, or Claritin. Because Istadine, Loratadine, all this stuff, they make us a little lazy, a little sleepy.
And you are
Wow,
Yes.
it's beautiful. Take a look, guys.
Por que você faz isso com ele?
Vai.
Eu consegui no cliente.
Broadcast.
Vai comprar, não consigo comprar,
Come on.
você tinha, né? Na próxima.
I would pay for that.
Pô, o ovo é sacanagem, usa muito.
Vem cá, se a gente
Vamos
ganhar
lá.
a feira, você
Só vai dar.
So look, I prefer buying stuff like that for Easter or something like that than going to Americanas or any other supermarket. It's like their jobs, these people's jobs are really worthy, so they are dedicated. So I think we should stop buying things from, I mean, big branches and make an effort to help these people who work and who have a small business and stuff like that. I prefer doing that. There is a while, there has been a while, I don't go to Americanas store or supermarkets to buy stuff like that during Easter. I saw Ferrero Rocher, the chocolate egg, inside Americanas store and extra, 90 reais. What is inside? A golden bar? Never. I love Ferrero Rocher, but I wouldn't buy it. And I said to my husband, don't dare to buy it. If you go to Cacau Show, now I'm not talking about the small branches, but if you go to Cacau Show, for example, you can buy a much more delicious chocolate egg, spending 40, 50 reais, so 90, almost 100 for a chocolate egg. I'm so sorry. Huh? It's cheap. Over 100. Not even if I had the money. My small box.
hot chocolates.
Beleza.
Oh,
Oi? What? Excuse me? Guys, never. Never ever. So, what time is it? 9?
bye.
So, this thing here is not a big deal, but let's just get into in a deeper way. So, let's talk a little bit about articles, okay? Remember when do we use the I and N? If you say no, get back to road map 1, please. So, what's the difference?
I know it's better than the teacher.
I is when N. I means one. N means one. And N is when the next word begins with a vowel sound.
Perfect.
I use N when it's A, B, C, D. Não. É vogal isso.
Vowel
Eu
sound, like
esqueci
you
as
said.
vogais.
A,
Agora eu
E,
escutei.
I, O, U.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. There is a people class downstairs in case you want to pass by there. They are talking about the vowel, the colors.
It was normal.
So, no, they are not adorable.
Yeah, no,
They are devils. They are not
not
adorable.
the children, the room, yeah.
The place is cute, but kids are evil. So, yeah, exactly. So, they are indefinite articles. Okay, why indefinite? Because I'm not talking about something that is specific. And by the way, it's only one. Okay, so only for singular and countable nouns. I cannot say a water, for example, because the water is not countable. I cannot count it. I count the bottles, the glasses, okay, a glass of water, but the water itself I cannot count. So only before countable nouns and singular nouns, because they are talking about only one. Definite articles, the article the, okay? The can be with singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns, or uncountable nouns. I can say, for example, the interview, the risks, the information, understanding, things that are not concrete. For example, informations doesn't exist. Okay? A teacher, I was talking to Henderson and he gave me information. So he gave you some information or pieces of information. The information doesn't exist. It's the same as water. And there are cases in which we don't use the articles. Okay? So I and N first, not specific. The is specific. No article. When I talk about things in general. For example, if I say, people nowadays are very stressed. I'm talking about people in general, so I don't say the people. Okay? Because here we say, nossa, as pessoas andam tão estressadas ultimamente, we use the article. In English, when we generalize, we don't. Another thing, we never ever use these kind of articles, okay? Especially the to talk about people. For example, when I use the name, the Felipe, the teacher, okay, but the Carlos, it doesn't exist, okay? But here we say, o Carlos é meu aluno. In English, Carlos is my student. I don't say the Carlos. So if you think in Portuguese sometimes, it's not good. It doesn't help you. Oh, o Carlos é meu aluno. The Carlos, if you translate each word, the Carlos is my student. Carlos is a person, so I cannot use the article in front of the name. Say.
Teacher Geyza.
No the. Why? Because of Geyza. You are being specific. The teacher, I No, the teacher is nice. You are talking about a specific teacher that everybody knows in the place. If you talk about teacher Geyza, it's more specific because you are talking about Geyza. So no, no, the teacher Geyza, only teacher Geyza, no the. Um, before plural countable nouns. Why? Because when you are using something in the plural, you are generalizing. Tipo, os homens são muito bobos mesmo. So, men are really silly. Okay? É, guys, I am here teaching. If a really hot girl opens the door and says, "Excuse me, Geisa," everybody, I mean, even the woman, but maybe the man, will do like that.
Yeah.
So men are really silly. Like, what?
I remember a video I
Ouch.
saw with many men over the top in a truck
Uh-huh.
dancing, and the truck is going into the water.
Oh,
I, and the
the
subtitle,
subtitle.
it's for white men with less
Less
than
than
woman.
women, exactly. Uh, speaking about this stuff, about men looking at a woman, once a friend of mine was stolen. He had his cap robbed because of that. We were in the bus, and nobody has a cap here, but that's okay. Let's imagine that there is a cap, which was him here. He was sat by the window. I was in here on the corridor. That's okay. Then a really beautiful woman passed by. The bus was stopped by the traffic light. He did that. A man passed by and, oh, my cat, man, ah! And then the traffic light was green. There was another. It serves you well. You didn't need to put on your head out of the serves well. Stop mocking me. No, it serves you well. Uh, so, again, indefinites only for singular and countable nouns. Definites, singular, plural, countable or uncountable, meio mexericado aqui, né, todo mundo. No article, when I talk about something in general, or before uncountable, plural, or proper nouns, okay? Why?
Yes, the definite article, the name, the user, they, yes, it's right. No, no, no. The definite article.
Okay, the difference.
Yes, the name, the people. I defeat. I don't say they.
When you are talking in general. But if you say, for example, especially about the word people,
Where is my pen? Isso aqui eu não tenho. Here.
if I say, for example, can I say a people? Why not? Because the people is plural and I can only use it in the singular. So a people, never. But if I say, for example, a person, it's okay. Am I talking about a specific person? No. If I say, for example, if you say, for example, teacher, there was a person by the door. Who? I don't know, teacher, a student. It can be any person, not a specific one. But if you say, the person, what's the difference?
You know,
Now you know who. Teacher, the person who was at the door was Henderson. He wanted to talk to you. Not specific. It can be any specific. But if I'm talking about people in general, people nowadays are really stressed. I'm talking about people in general. So as I'm considering general ideas, a general idea here, I don't use the article. Okay now? So the difference between a and one and the. Remember one? When do I use one? Isso vocês viram no teacher Felipe no action one.
Ai, eu nunca lembro.
One and one. Não é importante. Come on.
Yeah.
Singular, countable. Singular and countable things. Can you give me an example? Because one is, I'm not talking about the number one, it's a pronoun.
It's not like once.
No, I would say a. If you mean only one, you don't say one glass of water, you say a glass of water. What about one? Not as a numeral, but as a pronoun. Eu estou falando do one como um pronome, não como um número um. Porque toda vez que você menciona uma maçã, uma hora, a gente não diz one, a gente diz a, an hour, nesse caso, por causa do vowel sound, an apple.
Okay. E my only one?
My only one. Esse one é o pronome que eu quero.
And then I say, one day I will be a teacher.
No, I'm still talking about the, it's not the article, it's the numeral.
Ai, já vi.
For example, if I say, we use one or once to avoid the repetition. To avoid the repetition. For example, I go to, vai voltar todo mundo para action one. I go to a store. Okay? I don't know, Lidl. I go to Lidl. Then I saw a t-shirt. But there are many models, many colors of the same t-shirt. So I look at the t-shirt, the price is, I don't know, 39.99 reais. Oh, my husband needs some t-shirts. So I'm going to buy some. Then I go to the person, to the seller, and say, can I have a red t-shirt? Can I take a look? Can I take a look at the red t-shirt? Ah, okay. I took a look and I said, well, can I see the blue one? What am I doing? Avoiding the repetition of the word t-shirt. So every time I use a noun at the end of my sentence, and I am going to refer to the same noun again, to avoid the repetition, I go for one. One if it's singular, once if it's plural. For example, I saw Carlos t-shirt. Wow, it's very beautiful. So how much is that? 90 reais. So let me see the other one. The other one. Okay, another one, another what? T-shirt. I can mean a different color or stuff like that.
And you can use one to destack something among the many, like the expression the chosen one.
Yeah, also, also, I can use it in many contexts. Uh, I and N are used when I mean anyone, not a specific one. A winner, any winner. A word, a word. Dá uma olhadinha se no book de vocês tem isso aqui que tá muito errado. Muito errado. Take a look. Strategies 15. Se tiver, faz isso aqui pra mim, pelo amor de Deus. Em name of Jesus. A word.
So, right.
It's correct?
Right.
Thank you very much. Mine is not. Essa é a edition do meu. O meu tá meio errado, o teacher tá errado. Não? For sure.
Não,
A word. Vocês viram que o meu tava aí, né? Então, ó, a word, any word. Can I have a word with you, please? Any word, okay? So, one is used when we are counting as opposed to two or more people or things, okay? This add. So let me take a look at the other one add, okay? Also to talk about the numeral, okay? One prize and not two. The is used for definite reference. The speaker or the reader already knows the referred person, people, or thing. I won a prize. The prize was a job. Prizes in competition are really common. See the difference? I won a prize. I don't know what it was. Then he says, oh, the prize was a job. Now I know. Prizes in this kind of competition are really common. Okay? Prizes in general. So, okay, a, and, one, the, and no article. Pay attention to these three sentences in here, okay? I want you to tell me the differences between them. A supermarket launched a lottery contest last year. The supermarket launched a lottery contest last year. Supermarkets launched lottery contests last year. What's the difference? Can be any supermarket, not a specific one, Extra, Preço Unique, Campeão, Rede Economia. The supermarket is a specific supermarket, and supermarkets. I'm talking about supermarkets in general. So all supermarkets are doing that. The same way I say people are so stressed, I'm talking about all people. Everybody is stressed nowadays. So supermarkets, all supermarkets, the supermarket, only one supermarket, a specific one. A supermarket, it's only one supermarket, but I don't know which supermarket. Okay? So any, a specific, supermarkets in general. So all supermarkets did that, and I'm talking about all of them, only once. Okay? Is it clear? It will be in your exam already as well. So, I don't want you to do this by now. I want you to do this as a homework, okay? So, strategy. Check it if it is page 15 or page 16, please. 16. So, page 16 as a homework, okay? I'm going to start next class correcting this. I want you to do this alone, out of the class, and in a different day to see if you will remember, okay? Try to do without checking the rules in the book. Try to do it all alone without checking. If you can't, if you have any doubts, check the book. And then tell me, teacher, it was okay, it was easy, it was difficult, so. Ah, teacher, I couldn't remember, so I needed to take a look at the book. I'm going to start next class by correcting it, okay? Just a small spoiler. Okay, so before you go to the break, because it's almost time, do you believe in good or bad luck?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you buy lottery tickets?
No. Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Okay.
So why I'm talking about this? Because an Italian supermarket once has launched a lottery with a difference, not the same way the lottery we know in here. The prize is a job. Can you imagine? You buy a lottery like Mega Sena. The prize is not money. The prize is the job. Lotteries in Italy are known for the giant payouts. They pay a lot of money. Okay. One recent prize was a huge 146.9 million euros. Euros. But the winners in the one will instead be offered one of the 10 jobs guaranteed for 1 year at the company's stores. The winning tickets are to be drawn next month. The unusual lottery is being run by a supermarket chain based at Varese in northern Italy. For the next month, anyone who spends 20 euros, okay, around 40 reais, on groceries, get a lottery ticket to hire to have the job. So in here, for example, it's quite common, especially in Extra, in other branches. Uh, I don't know, if you buy 50 reais, you have a ticket to, I don't know, to have a car, to have an Easter egg. You can um, get it, enjoy it. So at the end, you exchange for something, I don't know, um, a fan, an object, a kitchen utensil, or stuff like that. In this case, no. You can buy the ticket or you can buy things at this place. And if you spend around this quantity of money, you get the lottery ticket for free without paying. Okay. All 10 places and offer come with contracts that could be renewable. Okay. Finished, you can renew it or not. To be eligible, participants must be over 18 and residents of Italy. I'm traveling, I'm a tourist, oh, I'm going to participate. No, only people who live in Italy. Okay? The supermarket says it expects to hand out around 700,000 lottery cards. Although bosses are not matching the price of the recent National Wild Lottery, in the current economic climate, the winners of its prize draw may well feel like they have won the jackpot as well, because there, in some areas, it's very difficult to get a good job. Okay? So, regarding this kind of lottery, I want you to consider a possible negative aspect of this kind of lottery, the solution for this negative aspect, a possible positive aspect, and the benefit. So think about four things. First, what is not good about this kind of lottery? So what could be the possible solution? What is good? Why is it good? Which benefits could it bring to people? Okay? So think about it.
Can I read?
Huh? Yeah. Take a look at here. Or in your books. I want a positive and a negative aspect, a negative point in your opinion. For the positive, the benefit, why is it positive, and for the negative, why is it negative, and the possible solution. As soon as you finish, you are free to go to the break. This is on page 38. Huh? 38. The questions. I want two things. A positive point, a benefit, and a negative point, okay, a disadvantage. Considering the positive point, I want you to tell me why it is positive, which kind of benefit it can bring to people. And the negative point, why it is not good and what would be the possible solution. No, for this kind of lottery ticket. Because, for example, lottery ticket in here, Mega Sena, Kina, they offer only money. If you get the 6 or the 5 numbers, you receive an amount of money. There, the prize is a job. It's not money, it's a job. For 1 year, you get a contract that can be renewable. So, what is the advantage? Why? What is the negative part? And why it's negative or how could it be different? This prize, having a job and not the money. Where? Illegible. For example, I want to be an English teacher. To be eligible, to be a teacher, what skills do you need to have? Graduation in languages, English, a good level of English, advanced level of English. Oh, I want to be a teacher. I think my English is good, but I don't have. I didn't finish the course. You are not eligible. You can't. And to be eligible, you need to have skills to get the job. For example, to be eligible to work as a vet, I am not eligible because I don't have the skills. I don't have the formation. Okay? employee. Y E. Employer or employee.
Employee.
And double E. Employee. Huh? Any? Anyone? Any person? No one or nobody. Huh? Higher. High. Increase. If you talk about numbers, it's increasing. Yeah. Huh? Stimulate. 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 Huh? Unnecessary. Please, necessary doesn't exist.
I say hiring persons.
Huh?
Hiring persons.
Hiring also.
Unnecessary.
Um, it's a very common mistake because we go for Portuguese and necessário desde necessário. Concordo, discordo. Agree, disagree. But necessary is unnecessary. Disnecessary doesn't exist. I know because I did this when I was a student. No, no disnecessary. It's unnecessary. Excellent.
offer.
Finish. It doesn't need to be something really big. Something really simple. Very interesting. Great solutions. So can I share this today?
Yeah.
So guys, according to Newman, okay, he said that one possible negative aspect could be they could hire a bad employee. The possible solution, the supermarket would test them before hiring. Okay, so you may have the job as a prize after submit a test, for example. It's not you own the ticket, the job is yours. All right. A positive aspect for the supermarket, they didn't need to worry about long hiring process, and for the winner, the job. Okay, and a benefit for this, the supermarket would attract more clients, and for the winner, the same, the job. Okay, as simple as that.
Teacher, I thought about other solutions.
Say it.
I think uh, the person that win the won the
Uh-huh.
ticket can choose other person if the person doesn't fit.
Nice. For example, let's imagine Barbara won the job, but she doesn't fit the job. She indicates João, oh, I am not the correct person to, I'm not that skilled for this kind of position, but my brother is. So, nice one as well, Lynn. What about you guys? What do you think about? Aline said something very similar to Newmark, a direct benefit from the of the supermarket. The increase of sellings. The increase of sellings. Sellings. When I sell something, I offer. So the increase of sellings. It would be, uh, the numbers would elevate. Because, for example, buy here and then you can be hired. A lot of people need jobs, so it would promote, it would increase the number of excellent as well. Anything different from what they said? No?
I mean, right, that's wrong because in the start that as the brand is
Okay, so as it is the first time the supermarket has been doing that, things can be wrong, like not so organized. Okay, so again, it was as simple as that. A negative aspect, the solution, a positive, and a benefit.
Disorganized.
Disorganized, okay. Yeah, organized, disorganized. Or messy, messy. Que não é o Messi Soccer Player.
Por isso da
Parceria, partnership. Partnership. Igual friendship. Partnership. Okay? So let's have a break. Now it's 9:45. I'll have you back at 10.